Hello, how is everybody doing today? I wanted to do a quick one sheet wonder with you. I'm going to use Forever Greenery. It's a retired DSP, but I need to work through my DSP and start making cards and using it up. So anyway, we're going to make some cute cards, basically kind of like this one. And pretty simple, great for beginners. You know, if you had two different color DSP or cardstocks and some basic white, maybe a little bit of ribbon. I don't know if I'm going to add ribbon today or not. Okay, so we have our full sheet of 12 by 12 DSP. So first off, I'm not going to use my Stampin' Up! Cutter because I need it to fit on here as best I can. So, you know, with stripes, it's kind of hard to decide how I want it to go. So, this part here is 5.5 by, I think it's 2. Let's see, 5.5 by 2.5. So I think I want my lines to go down this way on the cards that I'm going to use the striped side with. So that being said, I need the 5.5 to go this way. So there we go. Try that again. We want it to go this way. So the 5.5 is going to go this way. So, okay, and we'll cut another 5.5 piece, and then you're left with this piece here, which is about 1 inch. Yeah, so we'll make a card with this one too, and I'll probably use this side at that point. So we'll set that aside. Okay, and then here we're going to cut this at 2.5 increments. So 1, 2, and so at 2.5 inch increments, you'll have a thinner one, which is fine because you can you can make another one. It's not a, you know, we'll use it for another card. So basically you're going to get 4 5 cards. So just out of this one sheet piece. So we're talking by cutting this side and then this one. This will be 1 card by itself. So that would make 6. And then 5 more would be 11. So you'll get 11 cards out of this. Okay, why is that one? I guess I'll use this side because I don't like that line. You see that line? I wonder if my nails did that or if that was something else. But, okay, so there is the DSP. Now, when you're doing the border, this piece right here, that's going to be 5.5 by 2 3/4. So let me write this down for you. Let's get a marker here. Okay, so DSP will be 5 1/4 by, did I say? It's 1/4, right? No, 5.5. Try that again. Okay, 5.5 by 2.5. And then mat will be 5.5 by 2 3/4. Okay? So now this mat, you can make it smaller if you want to. For this leftover piece, this is about 2 inches, so you can do this mat 2 1/4, or 5 1/2 by 2 1/4 for the smaller piece. Okay, all right, so there are your measurements there. Okay, for my cardstock, I think I'm going to use soft seafoam and shaded spruce, because then we can possibly have, this is the mat and that is the card base. And then if I want to switch it up, we can do the darker card base, or darker mat on the lighter card base. So I'll make some of each, and then we can make some with that side. Okay. Okay, so I decided that my soft seafoam is going to be my card base. So that being said, we're going to cut that to 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, and then we will score it at 4 1/4. Okay, so this will be my card base. Go ahead and write that down for you. Let's see, card base is 8 1/2 by 5 1/2 and scored at 4 1/4. Okay, but I am just going to fold it today. I'm not going to worry about scoring it, but if you want to score it, you can. All right, and then so my shaded spruce, I love this green, it's so gorgeous. We're doing that at 5 1/2, so basically cutting it in half. And then we're going to do 2 3/4. So then that'll give it a nice 1/8 of an inch border. So 1, 2, and you should roughly get about 3. This one's probably a little bit wider. It doesn't have to be perfect. You could just use it like that with that extra 1/4 inch. Then that card would just have a little bit more border if you don't want to waste your time doing a little piece. Oh my goodness, excuse me. Okay, so there's my cutting. So let's go ahead and start tacking some down. So we have this guy, and we're going to go ahead and tack that down. And the way I like to do it is put my end here, kind of put it in the middle, and then lay it down. That's pretty even, not terrible. Okay, and then for my other sample, we're going to do the foliage side. Even though this foliage would probably look better with just jade, but I can't remember if I have any, considering it is a retired in color. Okay, so there you have both of your sides. And so this makes 2 cards. All right, so we have, now when I cut it, I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but there's like a little raised edge here from where the blade presses down, and then it kind of leaves a little lip. I like that on the inside of my cards. So I'm going to fold it to make sure it's on the inside. And then just make sure that you use a bone folder for a nice crisp edge. And here's another. I really kind of like this soft seafoam too. I haven't used this very often. When I think of soft seafoam, I'm thinking blue, not green. So, okay. And so then we can put that there. But what I did find was I found this seam binding ribbon. I believe it's in one of our current catalogs. See, I'm telling you, I'm so out of practice as to what is in our catalog right now and what's not. But my whole theory for the rest of this year is use what I have. Now I do have to stay current with Stampin' Up, so I will be ordering, obviously, because who can stay away from ordering when you're a demo, even if it's a hobby demo. All right, so I'm going to cut a length. Let's say, do about this much. Now, I'm going to show you how I do my cheater bows, okay, or my knots. So then that way they're nice and tight. So what I do is I cut my length, I tie a little knot, but there's still going to be a circle here, okay? So it might be a little tricky, and then I just do a knot, if it will cooperate. There we go. Okay, so it's nice and tight, so then that way it doesn't move on you. And then get my handy scissors and I cut it, okay? And then from there, I wrap it around my card and I use good old Scotch tape. And then it will be nice and tight on your card with no play. So then that way it stays put and it looks very cute. We will cut these a little more at an angle. Voila. Okay, so let's do that again. And you can measure it if you want to. I do sometimes. If I'm going to make a lot of them, I tend to pre-cut all of this. So I'll pick a size and then I will pre-cut it. So then that way when I take it with me to somewhere to assemble, you know, like when I'm traveling or I'm sitting here and I have not much to do and I have these kits put together, and so I had pre-cut ribbon in there already, so all I have to do is tie and snip. Okay, so here we go again. We're going to put this there, Scotch tape it. Yeah, I wanted to make sure I was still in the camera. It's the only bad part is I can't see. Now, the reason I cut it at an angle when I'm cutting it off the spool is because then I know that's not the side I'm going to tape to the back. It's the flat side. That's just one of the little tricks I've learned along the way. So you're going to tape that and then snip your edges just so that way they're nice and crisp, because after you after you tie it, sometimes they get a little frayed. And let's not cut my nail. All right, so here we have that. Now we're going to add adhesive to the back. And we're going to mount it to our card base. Okay, right in the middle. And voila. And there you have your card base with now your layers. We'll add some more embellishments to that after we do this one. Now I will tell you, for this card, I absolutely love our double oval punch because it's quick, it's easy, and it's, you know, it's already, I mean, it has a mat to it, let's put it that way. Okay. However, before I get to the sentiment, in a little drawer I have what I call layer ones. These are measured at 5 1/4 by 4. And the reason I have those in there is because they make great inserts, because I don't like writing on colored cardstock. And there's your inside. You can stamp inside if you'd like. I don't, because I write a lot, and sometimes stamping on the inside takes away room for me to write. You can also add, so like if you don't want to use that long piece for another card, you could use it for in here and put it there, and that would be really cute. But well, let's do that today. Usually I don't, but we will do. So this was the leftover piece when you did your 12 by 12, and you cut it down. So it's 1 inch by 12, so you're going to cut it down to 5 1/2. And let's go ahead and do 2 of them so we can line both cards with it. Well, maybe not, because this side's not going to quite work with this one. Well, let's see. What do you think? Oh, ding-a-ling. It's 5 1/4. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, so 5 1/4. And I knew that. I was going to say that, and I was going to cut it at 5 1/4, and then I changed my mind at the last second. But luckily I cut it too long, so then that way I still had room to correct it. Okay. So let's go ahead and adhere this to the inside. And I'm going to put the dark part on the bottom, and so that way it works its way up. Dark on the bottom, light on the top. There we go. That's not too bad. Okay, now we'll do this side. Cool. Now you could leave them blank. You could put the sentiment down here, which I've done before. But today I'm going to use my double oval punch and do the sentiment. So let's see, where is my double oval punch? All right, so we have double oval. I can't say that very well quickly. Okay. So I'm going to cut out a couple of these shaded spruce to have as my border. And then another good use for these layer ones that I have in my drawer is I can use them as scrap paper, kind of. There we go. So I don't have to waste a big old sheet of paper. Of course, this is really wasting paper. Usually I cut it down smaller, but I forgot how wide my small sentiment oval was. Apparently it's only 1 inch. Okay, so go to greetings. Let's see, I think that's one of them that fits in there. I love this set. And I'm doing a lot of birthday cards right now because I have been sending out birthday cards to some of my lists that I'm on. We have birthday card lists where you mail out a card to whoever you can during the year, and I try to keep up with it, so I tend to mail out a lot of birthday cards. If there's ever anybody that you'd like me to send out a birthday card to, I would be more than happy to, so you can email me, and I will get them out one. And I really like sending them to people who might not have a lot of family to send them birthday cards. So I kind of like sending it to them. Okay, let's see. This might be too big. It is, darn it. Okay, so instead of wasting the ink, I'm going to put this sentiment on this one. Yeah, it's a little small. But, okay, so I think I put this on one of my other videos. So when I do a sentiment like this, I have all of my stamp pads numbered. So this is number 25 for soft sea foam. So to remember that that is soft sea foam. Nope. Well, I guess that's one way to use those so that I'm not my old labels. Put that on there. Put the number 25 on the back of it, and then I put it in my little sentiment box. And there we go. So I have sentiments of all colors. This one is number 12, which is Cherry Cobbler. But if you'd like to know more about my organizational skills or lack thereof, go ahead and check out YouTube and my channel. And I just posted a video of how I organize things so that the way it works for me. Okay. What sentiment do I usually use on this? Let's see. Oh, in case, whoops, sorry. One of the ways that I organize my greetings that I really like, I put them in this little book. It's just a little book that I made, and it has samples for all of my favorite birthdays, all of my favorite friendship ones, get well, just because, and I stamp them on there, and then that way, when I have my negative, I can go through and say, oh, that one works there. Let's see, brush blooms, enjoy the moment. Oh, let's do enjoy the moment. I like that one. Okay, so enjoy the moment. Where is that one? I know I have it out because it's one of my favorite sentiment. And you know, to be honest with you, let's see, is that still current? Let's see. No, it's not. Okay, so it's one of the ones that's retired, so I apologize. But like I said, it's about using my stash this year. So enjoy the moment. Let's do the happy birthday. There it is. Pull out another block. Okay. So let's open up the soft sea foam. Sorry if my head gets in the picture. I'm just trying to, nope, that's good thing we have two sides to every thing. I'm gonna pull this closer to me so I can stamp it. There we go. So I can stamp it straight. Okay, cool. I have both of my little sentiments there. Clean off my stamp because I will always be the person who gets it on her arms and everything because I accidentally touched the stamp while it has ink on it. Okay. Those on there. Now here's the trick. Centering it on these mats. Not perfect, but that's part of the charm, right? And usually I use tweezers, but not today. Okay, so we have that, and now in my drawer are my dimensionals. Okay, so put one on each side. Okay. Now, let's peel these off. These little guys are so hard to peel off sometimes. And this last time I got my nails done, I got them done a little too short and I'm not liking them, so kind of messes with me. Usually I can peel these off no problem. Okay, there you go. There's one card. And then two cards. So, now see, this person put it in the middle. I kind of like it at the bottom. Kind of balances that out a little bit. You can put rhinestones on it if you'd like. Today, I don't think I'm going to do that. I don't want my cards to get not so much too heavy, but it already has dimensionals, and I don't know, I think the rhinestones really don't need to be on here this time. They're really cute the way they are. Okay, so that being said, you can make 5 of each card, okay, because you have the 3 and then you have the other half of the DSP to make 10. And since we use that one strip in here, that takes away the 11th card. But I think it actually came out cute. So unfortunately, my other ones won't have it. So I will probably have to pull out the stamp set that matches the DSP. I think that's Forever Fern, and stamp something on the inside, or I might do a birthday greeting inside. So Celebrating You has some really cute things. Sentiments, Charming Sentiments does as well, and Celebrate with Tags. And pull those out for you so you can see them. So Celebrating You, you could do another version of Happy Birthday on the inside. This is a bigger one. Charming Sentiments, Wishing You the Happiest of Birthdays. So you could just put that on the inside to go with the Happy Birthday here. So those are the sets that I would probably stamp on the inside. But alrighty. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Okay, let me show you all the cards that I came up with. So we had our first 2, okay? So, and then I decided I needed to, I had these little leaves already stamped and cut out in my quick embellishment case. So I've got that. And then we have a couple more. And then I accidentally said that this was soft sea foam. It's not. This one is. This was Pear Pizzazz, which also goes with the DSP. But this is what the soft sea foam looks like. I must have had it in the wrong folder when I pulled it out. But there you have it. So we had all of, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cards out of that one sheet of DSP. Okay, so there you have it.